this computer. Hello, and this is another video for Shakti Dreams Awaken. I know that I said that I wasn't going to stay away so long, and so here I am ready to give you the dream numerology portion of the name Shakti Dream Awaken. What it is that I wanted to talk about tonight is dreams and numbers. And I've been over 20 or more years interpreting dreams for family members, for friends. When they call me, they tell me their dreams, I can decipher, interpret what the dream means for them, what number to play if they're looking for such a thing. And sometimes I'll calculate it directly and the number will definitely come. There's two methods that can be used for dream numerology. And it's funny because I think last year or the year before last, I did a consultation with Lloyd Strahan. And I told him in that session that I had with him that, I've always loved numbers and dreams and things, and that I know how to interpret dreams into numbers. And he did suggest to me, he said, hey, you got a good thing there, because I don't think there's nobody doing that. There's nobody that I've heard so far tell me that they know how to do that. And I told him, yeah, I've been doing it for years now. And he suggested that, I might want to share my talents with others. And I've been wanting to do this for a while. I think I just was too busy before to get it done. So I come to you today because I'm going to show you two different methods in calculating dreams. And when I do this, if anybody wants a consultation, you hit me up, let me know. You can leave a message in the description box there below and let me know, and we'll discuss, the price and things of that nature. But if you want a consultation to give me a couple of your dreams, if you want to test it out, you can give me a couple of your dreams, and I will show you the numbers that you, and if you give me some of your past dreams and I calculate the number and you're in New York, Florida, or anywhere you are, I bet you that those numbers have come out, but you just didn't know. So you didn't think to, unless the number in the dream was the number that came. And and sometimes that happens. You will dream, you might see the number in a dream and you'll say, oh shoot, I'm gonna play this number. Or somebody might speak a number to you in the dream and you play the number. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about having a dream. And then from that dream, I can break down the different sections of the dreams into numbers that you can play and win with the pick 3, pick 4, and sometimes the pick 5, depending on how the dream is set up. And those numbers have come. I keep a dream journal. So I've been doing this, and I can go back and tell you the numbers that I put to the dream and how many of those numbers came out in the lottery. Now, there has been times when that number takes a while to come, and I can explain later why that is. But there's times when you dream a number and boom, that number comes. I'll give you an example. Was it last month or the month before last? I think it was in June. I fell asleep after looking at an interview with Nicki Minaj and getting to, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. My daughter's a big fan. She know all of Nicki's things, left, right, center, front, back. She can say it as the song goes, she can sing it, she know it. Been following Nikki for the longest. So, and that's Giselle, by the way. She knows it all. So she's a big Nikki fan. So I was looking at the interview, was, seeing some of the things that Nikki has been doing, and got to see a different aspect of her, coming from the West Indies. And so I was like, yeah, this she's very talented and she knows her stuff, you know, and went to sleep after seeing her. Didn't think nothing of it. That night, I had a dream. And in the dream, it was me, Nicki Minaj, it was Giselle, because I knew she was a big fan and all, and one of my other daughters. And when I woke up, I'm like, I had never dreamt Nicki, never. I will dream Beyonce. I have dreamt Jay-Z. And for some reason, those numbers didn't come. I don't know. I've dreamt Beyonce and Jay-Z at least 2 to 3 times. And I've calculated that number. But the night that I dreamt Nicki, and in the dream, she's talking to me and we talking, and something happened with one of the children. And she said in the dream, don't nobody mess with the children. Nobody mess with the children. And she was so adamant in the dream. She was like, nobody mess with a mother and her child. So when I woke up, I said, yo, this means something, because I don't dream her, never dreamt her. And it's the intensity of the dream. I said, okay, let me calculate. I looked up her birth date, calculated the number, and bam, that same day, that evening, the number came out when I calculated it. And I'm going to show you on a different video. I'm not going to show you right now, because some of these things I will need to show you is consultation things or class things. YouTube is not the place to give everything out, because you got too many copycats, and you got too many, and nobody's doing what I'm telling you I can do. So if they do it a different way. I've seen some people talk about it, but they still do it a little bit differently than what I'm going to show you. And that's fine. Everybody got their craft and they got their gift. Mine's is to be able to tell you, this is the real deal. So anyway, and I said, wow, the only thing is, and you will find with C. Freeman Ellen, for those who know C. Freeman Ellen's work, understand that he dealt with dreams and numbers. He dealt with that. And what L talks about, C. Freeman L talks about, is this. You may have the number, but it's to get to play that number on the right time that things always come in your way to try to stop you from playing the number, or to get in your way, or to distract you from playing, or you forget to play the number. You play something else, and then that number that you've been playing all along, you don't play that day, and bam, the number comes. So he does talk about that, and that's exactly what happened that day. Even though I dreamt it that night, and I was like, yeah, I got busy in the evening, and I didn't play it. I probably should have played it in the morning time for morning and evening, which you can do. But sometimes if you think, hey, if it comes in the morning, then you're wasting money if you play it in the evening. But probably should have did it both, so that it would have just been, I would have hit it. So let me show you, let me share my screen. Let's see if I can pull up. Pull up the example, and then I'll share the screen. Okay. Make sure it's up. Hold it up. I gotta share the screen now. All right. All right. I'm sharing the numerology chart that I made up. There's two charts that I look into, two number systems. Pythagorean, one is called the Pythagorean numerology, and the other one is Chaldean. In the Pythagorean numerology, it goes from 1 to 9. And the alphabet, you use the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, P, you know, the whole thing. So it goes from A to I is 1 to 9. And then J to R goes underneath, you know, and as you see it, 1 is A, J, and S. 2 would be B, K, T. 3 would be C, L, U. 4 would be D, M, V. 5 would be E, N, W, and so on and so on. So those are, you know, some of the things. So like, let's say you saw a cat, and this cat in your dream just kept coming to you, kept purring around you, kept hugging, you know, coming to lick you or whatever the case may be, and it was a friendly cat, and you were like, okay, you know, this, I've never really dreamt cats, or I dream cats all the time, I don't know what this means. Well, if you wanted to turn that cat into a number, you can use the Pythagorean numerology chart. C would be 3, as you can see. A would be 1, and T would equal 2, right? So the number, a 3 number would be 312. You want to change that number to a 4 number. And we'll discuss how to do that in another video. But right now, since you just had cat, that would be 312, and that's the Pythagorean. But the Chaldean aligns the alphabet totally different. It's not in sequence. Chaldean is 1 through 8 instead of 1 through 9. And it's the way you see it on this chart. It doesn't go in order. It only goes A, B, C, D, E, and then it goes all the way out of order after that. So the only thing that stays is the first 5 letters. That's A, B, C, D, E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other than that, it's not in order. And then U is 6, O is 7, F is 8. See, change. Because in the Pythagorean, F is 6, not 8. And O is 6, right? Not 7. So you see how the numbers switch. So in our example of cat, under Chaldean, C is 3, A is 1, T is 4. So that number now for Pythagorean is 312. For Chaldean is 314. So it turns out to be different. And there are times when I've dreamt a number, and I normally play the Chaldean numerology when I convert things. I convert it to Chaldean. I find that it normally comes out more often than not in the Chaldean numerology. However, there are times in different seasons, I should say, when it's retrograde, sometimes the number jumps to Pythagorean, and you'll find those they'll come out that way. There's also other things that change the numbers for the lotto. So, so instead of playing 312, I usually would play, if I played cat, I would play 314. But I would also write down 312, because there's ways that when you look at the numbers that are coming, you can figure out, okay, this look like this is coming, and there's certain things that can indicate it. And if you see a lot of 2s running, then you're like, well, you know, let me play it in the other way it might come. All right. Let me just explain, and this could be another video. Actually, it will be another video, because for those who want to play, who like to play the numbers, but some people do, but they really don't understand it. I've been in the gas station sometime, and I hear people say, I don't know how to play this thing, and I don't even know how to fill out the card. So I'm going to go through that. I'm going to put that on another YouTube video. If you would like me to make a video about that, put something down, I would also ask you to like, subscribe, and share the video. If in order to get more views and to help spread this information, if it doesn't get enough views, it doesn't get enough likes and enough watching it from beginning to end, then YouTube kind of shuts you down and doesn't share the video as much. So I would ask, and I'm trying to keep the videos shorter because I realize people don't have the attention span that they used to. I mean, they have it when they want it. If it's to look at garbage on people dancing and doing all kind of thing like that, yeah, they'll sit there all day and watch that. But to learn something new, a lot of people don't have the or want to learn, so they don't have that, and they won't stay on the video long enough for them to even find out things that could help their life. Because to me, with every dollar counts. I get it. Some people are like, I got time to waste. Get it? But sometimes your ancestors, your angels, your guides are trying to help you when you're crying out saying you need some money. They're like, okay, you say you want money. I'm giving you this dream. Now you got a video on how to get the dream interpreted. Contact her, find out what's going on so you can make some money because I'm going to show you. I'm going to give what I'm going to do with this video is I'm going to allow maybe 2 to 3 people to tell me what their dream was. And if you want to make it private, that's fine. Then we'll have to, I'll give you a different contact information, or you'll hit me up underneath and give me your number or something and say, I want to talk to you private. I'm going to give 2 to 3 people a chance to call and, or to email me and give me their number. I'll call them and you say, tell me what the dream is. I will interpret that dream for you in numbers. And then depending on where you live, I will tell you how and show you how to play that number. And it may not come right away. Excuse me. It may not come right away, but it could come as fast as the same day you dreamt it or the next day. I'll give you an example. My sister called me, this was 2 years ago. She called me and said to me, I just dreamt our uncle and our mother, and you know, both of those people are deceased at this time. And I said to her, okay, so tell me the dream. And she told me the dream, and I said, so who did you see first? And she told me. So you saw Uncle David, you saw my mother, and you see I said, okay, fine. When she told me that and I calculated the number for her, she was like, okay, that's a good number. I said, okay. I said, play it, see what happened. Now she lives in New York. So when she told me she was going to play number, I said, okay. Now I have a niece that her daughter that also lives in New York, and her daughter likes to play the numbers. So I said to myself, okay, I forgot that day when she called me to say, you know, I should call her and tell her I got busy. And this is the thing that C. Freeman talks about sometimes. You'll get busy, and then all of a sudden you'll miss an opportunity where, or somebody will miss the opportunity to make some money. So I didn't call her that same time. She called me that evening later on or the next day. And I said to her, did you talk to your mother? And she was like, no, why? And I said, your mother didn't call you. And she was like, no. I said, she know you play the numbers. I don't know why she didn't call you. And she was like, she said, what happened? I said, what number came out yesterday? Or what number, what's the number? And she told me the number, and I said, God, I should have called you because you could have made some money. She was like, are you kidding me? And I said, I don't know why your mother didn't call. And I bet you she didn't play. So said, so done. She did not play. I was like, okay. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to play this way. I'm gonna play in Florida. And that same day I said, I'm gonna play, and I played it. Got it. I hit it. And it was a 3 number, and I played for $1, so I got like 500. So this is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. You can, $1 get you 500. That don't happen in the bank. And I don't play all the time, but if some dream come to me, I play because it came for a reason. Now, sometimes dreams, and that's another video, but sometimes dreams come as warnings. Sometimes dreams come for different reasons. So, but for this video, I'm talking about the numbers. So I will ask you to like, subscribe, and share this video. You know, the other thing, like is, you know, I had a godmother at one time, and she used to run the numbers in Brooklyn. It's a Bayesian woman, and she used to run the numbers. And I was like, I was a child, but I used to see how people come and give her money. I said, "What are they giving you money for?" And she tell me, "Oh, I handle the numbers," and she was handling off the horse races. And so I was familiar with that because my father liked to play that back back then. He don't do those things now, but back then he did. And I went with him. I had to be in high school, and we went to Aqueduct. We saw the horses running, and I said to my father, I said, "Yo, that horse right there is gonna win. Let's say it was like number 7." And I said, "Yo, that horse is gonna win." And he tell me that horse is a long shot. That's not gonna win. And I said, "Daddy, it's going to win." So he put the money on his favorites, because you know, usually when you go to Aqueduct and all them race things, they give you a sheet. They give you a sheet that tells you the favorites, the long shot, and you know their history, the history of the horse. So he goes and he does that, and we wait till that race come up. And all of a sudden, number 7 was like in the middle. He's like, "You see your horse not doing nothing?" I said, "Don't worry about it. He coming, he coming." And that horse said, "Huh, huh, huh, huh," and took off. Number 1 won. So I was like, "Daddy, you didn't listen to me. You could have won some money." I'm here thinking we're gonna leave, go past the place where you would go collect your winnings. And he told me, "Hold up, you gotta wait." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "Yeah, you gotta wait." And as we go, I wait there. He come back. He shoved something in his pocket. And he's like, "Let's go home." And I'm like, "Did you just win?" He said, "Yeah, of course I put some money on the horse. You told me which horse to play. I put some money on that one and the favorite. So we won." I said, "Okay," but I didn't know what he won at that time. Come to my high school graduation, and I opened my card. My graduation card had $1,000 in it. He said, "That is the winnings from the day that we went to the racehorse." I said, "Huh? It was that much?" He was like, "Yeah, you did. You picked a good horse." So I tell you, I have this knack. I have an intuition for certain things. And I'm here to use that gift that God has given me to help y'all understand your dreams better, to understand the numbers better. And I've been into numbers. I've loved cards from I don't know when. I used to play with the playing cards, not even knowing what I was doing. I didn't even know there was such a thing called cardology and cartomancy and all those things. Didn't even know it. Was playing with these things from young. You couldn't tell me. I would. And my mother would see me. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just flipping cards, keep flipping the cards, and I'm playing with the cards. And she's like, "What are you doing?" I don't know. At the time, I ain't know, but it's my spirit know. Hey, you're playing cards for a reason. It must be in me. So I will tell you, we will continue this. In the next video, I will go into more detail about different ways to calculate the numbers and how to calculate the numbers. But for now, we have peace, love, joy. I wish you all the success that you're looking for, because we're coming on a couple more days of September. This is the harvest season, and this is my month. September is my month. So you will see me more in the month of September, because this is the time for me to shine. This is the time for me to explain to the world what I know, what my gifts are, what to do, my spiritual side, my creative side. This is the time, and I will share it with you. So again, like, subscribe, and share the channel. And if you do, take a look at the relationship videos I've done. I've done some relationships. Some of you need to hear those relationship videos. It's at all ages, it will help you. Peace. Go to SHAKTDREAMSAWAKEN, like, subscribe to the channel.